see this.
What is it?
Look for yourself.
Is this what I think it is?
Oh.
I need a chest tube in here!
There's no use!
What
It's
If only we caught it in its initial stage.
my baby. What's going on?
Man, I'm gonna need you to wait outside.
No, what did she do? Doctor, because your daughter couldn't solve the factor. There's nothing we can do.
Well, what do you know, Dr. Duvshikisha Curry Rum Chitra?
Get her out of here!
Ma'am,
Go!
let's just
What do
go.
you know?
What's
If only she knew how to. What's going on? She knew how to solve this. What's going on? Wait. What's the magnitude?
I don't know. What is
What's the magnitude?
What is that?
What's the magnitude? What is it?
what the hell is that on my arm?
What is it? What is it? I'm sorry, she didn't make it. She looks so peaceful.
I realized that this is the distance. The magnitude is just the distance. So you just use the distance formula. To do that, you have to use 2 points. One at the origin, which is 0, 0, and the other, which is at 6, 8. So then you subtract both of the x's, and then subtract both y's, and square them each. Then you add the new x and y's together, square root them, and then boom, you got yourself a magnitude.
Are there any exceptions?
Well, if it's equal to 1, then it's just a unit vector.
Okay, but like, what if the first point isn't on the origin?
All you have to do is make sure that if you have to subtract like terms. But remember that the point that the arrow points to is the terminal point, and the one that it starts at is the initial point, and you always have to subtract the initial from the terminal.
Okay, well, hold up. Like, what's that? The 6, 8,
That's the vector in component form. But if you have the same thing, another form you could do is 6i plus 8j.
Wow.
And that's just the linear combination.
Doctor, we have another. It is.
The magnitude is 10.
But the magnitude of the situation?
0.
Hi, my name is Debbie. Last year, my daughter overdosed on Mathemphetamines. She, like many others, lost a battle against vectors. I founded this organization in honor of her and many others just like her who received help too late. For those of you who don't know, vectors are a quantity having direction as well as magnitude, especially as determining the position of one point in space relative to another. They can be added to other vectors according to vector algebra, like so. First, we have vectors on an x and y axis. Let's say one's going this way and one's going this way. You add vectors tip to tail, like that. Either way works perfectly fine. The easiest way to do this is to create a box, like so. Perfect. A common error people fall into is adding vectors tip to tip or tail to tail. In this case, the resultant vector would end up looking like this instead of like this. Here we have 2u plus 4v. This is u, this is v. So we distribute the 2 to each part of u, and then the 4 to each part of v. So that's 2 comma 4 plus 12 comma negative 16. So then you add the x's and then add the y's. So 12 plus 2 is 14, comma 4 minus 16, negative 12. Now that we've added and subtracted vectors, it's time to multiply them. It's a little more complicated than it might seem at first. What you do is multiply x and x and then add that to multiplying y and y. So in this example, 6 times 8 plus negative 24 times 2. 48 plus negative 48 is 0. It would be orthogonal, meaning the vectors would be perpendicular to each other, creating a 90-degree angle. A real-world example where you might need to use vectors would be, for example, at a football game. Let's say you're trying to kick the ball at a 45-degree angle to get it through the goal. You know it's going at, you know you put 20 newtons of force in it, but how many newtons of force do you put in the x and y components? So what you would do is 20 newtons times cosine of the angle you were given, in this case 45 degrees, comma, 20 newtons times sine of the angle you were given. Now you don't need a calculator to figure this out. 20 times cosine of 45, which is root 2 over 2. And then again, 20 times sine of 45, root 2 over 2. So 20 times, so this would be 20 root 2 over 2, but 20 divided by 2 is 10. So 10 root 2, comma, 10 root 2 is your answer. So x component, 10 root 2 newtons of force, and same thing for the y component. Thank you for taking the time to learn about vectors. Remember, you too can save a life.
Let me test how to zoom in. Yes.
Wait, what if I threw the pillow at her?
What if I was like stupid doctor and like threw the pillow at her?
I literally hate you right now.
Nice drawing you got there.
It's fine. What do you mean? They're just vectors. What's your issue, man?
Is that a llama?
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? This is serious. My daughter died. Stop joking around, okay? Hi, my name is Debbie. Last year, my daughter overdosed on methamphetamines. Oh no, I messed up.
Feet the Huns. Did they send me daughter when I asked for
Are you making fun of my daughter? Are you making fun of my daughter?
Okay, now we gotta get down to business.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here.
Wow, she likes the math, but not me.
You had a cannon and you shot a cannonball out of it. Let's say you had 20 newtons of force on the cannonball, and the angle at which you shot it was 45 degrees. How do you find the x in oh my god, stop it.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I hate myself.